In other news, details have emerged about the final Quentin Tarantino movie. So, with that in mind, let's take this time to rank the 10 movies he's released today. And as with any rankings, these are ever evolving, subject to change. You're absolutely not going to agree with all of them, and you're more than welcome to argue about it with me if you want. This is always fun to talk about Tarantino. The 10th best movie, or the worst movie, is another way of putting it for me, would be Death Proof, which I found an awful masturbatory project that serves as little more than a highlight reel of Tarantino's worst impulses. His ninth best movie, or second worst, we're not going to do this for the whole list, don't worry. Annoyingly as well, because it would have fit at number 8, it is The Hateful Eight, which is better than you remember on a rewatch, but it's incredibly difficult to forget how deflated I was seeing it for the first time. In at number 8, I do have Kill Bill Volume 2, which is some of Tarantino's best work. You have the Pai Mei montage and the downfall of El Driver. They're two amazing scenes that come to mind, but also some of his most baggy, self-indulgent dialogue as well. In at number 7, I have Reservoir Dogs, which is still a really fun watch, but one that's more legendary as a concept than as an actual execution, and he's done much better since. In at number 6, Django Unchained, which I appreciate the absolute balls to do a story about slavery that goes against type and dares to actually be entertaining instead of horrific and traumatizing. Well, at least that is until you're walking away from the movie smiling and thinking, I don't think I should be smiling and about a movie about slavery. I don't think that that's supposed to be the tone for it. So a bit all over the place tone wise, but I did appreciate the ambition. In at number 5, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which on command was jaw dropping, hilarious, and gripping in a way that I wouldn't hold it against you. And a lot of people, I think, do feel that this was your favorite Tarantino movie. But then I remember towards the end that it needed to have a plot. And for me, it kind of fumbled at the 1 yard line because of that when it tried to tie everything nicely together. In at number 4, Glorious Bastards, Christoph Waltz's opening scene was a testament to everything that makes Tarantino a legendary director in terms of knowing how to squeeze every drop of entertainment from great actors. An absolute treat, and sometimes I forget about and kick myself for not watching more regularly whenever I go back to it. And number 3, I have Jackie Brown, and I feel that this ages for me like fine wine. Every time I go back to it, the last time being in the cinema for the movie's 25th anniversary last year, it creeps a little bit higher on the list. It wouldn't surprise me if it got to number 2 or number 1 at one stage. This is Tarantino's most mature project, where he curbs a lot of his bad habits to just tell a great story really well using a phenomenal cast. In a number 2, I've Kill Bill Volume 1, which for me is perhaps the best soundtrack in cinema history. It has iconic action. It has a story that sucks you in from the word go. It's constantly experimenting and existing outside of its comfort zone, but succeeding in every little swing that it takes. And in at number 1, my favorite movie of all time, Pulp Fiction. Cinematic perfection, the bar to which I measure every single movie that I review against, and none have yet to come close. Except for the part that I spoke about earlier where Tarantino scripts himself to use the N-word repeatedly for no reason. That was really weird, but the rest, though, perfection.